Analyze your FPL season with the most comprehensive artificial intelligence tools, only on fantasyfootballfix.com. Compare your statistics against the elite managers in the game using 10 unique tools combined with Opta data. Check fantasyfootballfix.com preseason now and review your season data using the most powerful artificial intelligence platform. The preseason Players to Watch series continues as we look through some of the best premium, budget and value midfield options for the 2019-20 campaign. Last season we saw the top 4 scoring players overall come from midfield: Mané, Sterling, Salah and former Chelsea talisman Eden Hazard. Will we see that trend continue this time around, with the heavy hitters in midfield once again being the players we turn to for reliable captaincy options? Although it's hard to overlook either Salah or Sterling, and may be viable to include them both in your team, it's the Man City midfielder who gets the nod here for the premium pick. With 17 goals and 15 assists last season, the England international averaged an impressive 6.9 points per game throughout the campaign, narrowly ahead of Salah's 6.8. Only Mané has picked up more FPL points during this calendar year, with the pair both directly involved in 15 goals in that time, more than Salah's 13. Aguero with 16 is the only player with more goal involvements in 2019, but the Argentine's average of 6.4 points per game remains narrowly below Sterling's 6.6 for this period. It's a kind start for the current Premier League champions who face just one top 6 side in their first 11 matches, bolstering Sterling's appeal as a captaincy option early on. At the lower end of midfielders, Jose Perez stands out after an impressive end to last season with Newcastle. Having made the switch to Leicester this summer, he lined up alongside Jamie Vardy in the side's first pre-season game and scored the only goal in a 1-0 win. He was used in a wide right starting position, but drifted infield at every opportunity. Last season, the 25-year-old found 11 of his 13 FPL involvements during this calendar year, and was one of only 4 players to reach double digits for goals scored in that time. Only Vardy, Aguero and Mané bettered the Spaniards' tally of 10 goals. Perez averaged 4.9 points per game between game weeks 21 and 38, ranking top amongst midfielders priced at 6.5 million or less, narrowly ahead of his new teammate Tielemans, although it's worth noting that Perez was classified as a forward rather than a midfielder last season. Closely behind them were Southampton midfielders Ward-Prowse and Redmond, who improved dramatically under Ralph Hasenhüttl. Prior to game week 21, Ward-Prowse failed to register a goal or assist in 8 appearances, making just 4 starts. But he fired 7 goals between game weeks 21 and 38, starting in 17 out of his 18 appearances. West Ham captain Mark Noble picked up 8 of his 10 goal involvements in 2019, converting all 4 of his side's penalties during this period, while Brooks returned from injury to feature 12 times in the second half of the campaign and delivered 2 goals and 4 assists. 6 big chances created by the Bournemouth midfielder could only be bettered by Westwood and Gross amongst this group of players. All of these budget options could come in handy when their respective teams have a favourable run of fixtures. Having made the change in classification from forward to midfielder, Wilfried Zaha has the potential to be an out-of-position bargain, depending on where he's used this season, and whether or not he remains a Crystal Palace player. He made 15 of his 34 appearances playing in a forward role last time around, though they mainly came in the first half of the campaign. The 26-year-old returned to a forward role for the final game of last season, however, where he provided 3 assists in a 5-3 win over Bournemouth. But whether playing in a front 2 or in more of a wide role, Zaha improved his form during the second half of the season. His total of 15 FPL involvements during this calendar year is on par with Sterling and Mané, with only Aguero returning more. A tally of 8 FPL assists in the same period ranks the Ivory Coast international top amongst midfielders, beating Sterling with 7 and Fraser and David Silva with 6.